I got no reason to be in this state of need. I'm on a wire balancing tonight. I got my reasons why I'm in this game for life, but I will get at the truth somehow. You can blame anyone else for what you've done. I'm leaving the crossfire. I'm a stranger to this feeling, and my soul is leaving the crossfire any minute now. I don't know what you're dreaming about, and it's the strangest feeling. I don't know what you'll be thinking of me when I'm finally leaving. You can blame anyone else for what you've done. I'm leaving the crossfire. I'm a stranger to this feeling, and my soul is leaving the crossfire. You can blame anyone else for what you've done. I'm leaving the crossfire. I'm a stranger to this feeling, and my soul is leaving the crossfire any minute now. Any minute now. I just wanna be someone who matters. A free-falling vagabond. Come on, feel my heart beating faster. I just wanna dance and dance till I'm numb and I'm done and I'm ready to the ground. Can you feel it now? When we're dancing to the stars. I just wanna be someone you remember. A star glowing like the sun. Can't you see my heart is sore and tender? And I just wanna dance and dance till I'm numb and I'm done. Now the rattling has just begun. Can you feel it now? When we're dancing to the stars. Can you feel it now? When we're dancing to the stars. I just wanna be someone you remember. Not just one in a million stars. I just wanna dance, dance. Can you feel it now? When we're dancing to
Good evening, friends. Welcome back. Tuesday night role-playing unlimited, proudly continuing with the Coalescence Act 5. We are in full Coalescence Nexus mode between all of our tables here, seeing a very common theme with a lot of uncommon endings, I do anticipate. But we'll see just how that pans out over the next few weeks as each of our tables get into their own coalescence. Right now, here for Tuesday night, we are dealing with the Marina City Nexus. Let's check in with our friends. Let's get all this stuff rolling and see what is in store for tonight. Oh, by the way, I'm tragically HP, in case you didn't know. I've said it like 1,000+ times over the last few years, but maybe you're catching us for the first time, so hello and welcome in case you are.
What's about to happen is going to be hard to watch. What's about to happen is going to be hard to watch. What's about to happen is going to be hard to watch.
There we go. I knew I was going to catch him talking when I entered one of these fucking times. Ha ha! Good evening. Welcome,
everybody.
Was
setting up my Spotify. Back off.
I was like, what's happening? Does he keep getting cut off or something?
Apparently it's going to be really hard to watch. Like, really, really hard to watch.
Well, yeah, especially if it keeps happening.
Yeah, exactly. What's about to happen? Well, who knows if anything's going to fucking happen.
No, unacceptable.
Welcome back to Tuesday evening. Who are we missing? We know Grant's going to be a bit late here. Otherwise, looks like it is Brad who we are waiting on, which he's a few ticks down in the initiative, so no rush on that account. We already know we're waiting until at least week 21 for our platinum level ultra rare achievement, hopefully. But let's go check in on the battle map where we last left off. I have so many rows of maps here, it takes forever just to scroll to the current one now. Alright, that gets us back into place. We have entered the Marina City compound where Torkarl Dulir, the son of Galric, kind of prodded us in this general direction, saying that some of his scouts were reporting some trouble from this site. It used to be a friendly location for trading and bartering, and of recent it has been seemingly overrun by these robots that just attack anybody on site who shows up at the location. So that seems to be correct, though, because as soon as our group arrived at the location, we can see all these tritomatons that have been destroyed, a few versions of the claw robot that we have taken out. There was also a tritomaton firing this mostly deactive tank in front of us, although the weapon was anything but deactivated. Thankfully, that issue has been taken care of, and we're kind of in cleanup mode right here. We're not seeing a whole lot of activity elsewhere in the base. It's not like we stirred up a hornet's nest that is all unleashing in our direction. But we have found at least one whirly drone. I think some of you guys can actually see as far as back here to where that whirly drone is on the other side of a little miniature park area. All that to say, any opening ceremony stuff we need to take care of? Any logistical items that are in need of tending? Anybody want to purchase any of those start of session rewards? You hate me. What? What the heck did I do? Love you, bro.
Alex, I just realized who these robots were built by.
Oh.
Oh, god damn it.
That's funny. I thought we had covered that already, but I do know that my
I wasn't
method of
even thinking
communication.
about that.
I do know that my method of communication leaves a lot to be desired. Micah, let's pass it over to you to kick things off, though. Unless, of course, anybody has any start of session things that they want to redeem. Party power-ups, natural 20s, reroll your natural 1s, extra movement. All of those, now would be the time to bring those into play.
Nope, I'm
All right, hold on, everybody. You're talking over each other too much at once. One at a time here, please. And in honor of Grant's absence, as well as my almost falling asleep during my own stream earlier this afternoon.
Nice.
I tell you, man, this chair, this is like one of the first chairs that I've ever been in the position to own that's like I can fall asleep in this chair. Like, it's so freaking comfortable. But alright, if there are no start of session ceremonies to kick off, let's go ahead and start with Micah, who definitely could use some regeneration before getting going.
I actually clicked that in about a minute ago, so I've already got that. So I'm going to bonus action not do anything with my echo. I am going to light up my flame
too.
tongue
Oh, well,
and
Kind of.
attack claw number 3.
ouch. Yeah, you are. No, you're not.
Well, I do have advantage always because of that superpower.
Oh, the Peerless, that's right, that's right. 19 is good enough to edge out our AC. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's a significant chunk of damage there.
Yeah, I don't feel like taking a bunch of opportunity attacks, so I'll stay put.
Very well. And since we do not have Cedar for the opening bit here, we're going to go ahead and send him on over to who wants to say it?
I'm here.
That is incorrect. The Tunnel of Safetitude is the correct answer. And welcome, Brad.
Man,
Oh, I
this
thought-
is my flank.
I thought you were going to be asking for this.
Alright, so yeah, that is going to do it for that. Do a slight.
I actually forgot that I had clicked off of my fire damage. I need to add that back in.
Okay, dokie. Alright.
So, can I add 4d6 to that? Since I
Yes.
was missing both.
And while you do that, I will have the Claw Drones begin taking their attacks. Another chunk of damage off of this one here. And it looks like we got 3 of them in our central vicinity here. We'll start with Claw 4 on Celeste.
Thought you were actually moving him for a second. I got really excited.
I had to check to see what his name tag was because I know he's not the Claw Celeste. And holy moly, jeez. Looks like 2 for 2 for 35 physical damage there. And this one is going to lean into the Tunnel of Safetitude, but realize it was not invited. Alright, now what do I do? I had my turn all planned out, and now the dude's not here. We're gonna, okay, I guess we're going after Celeste. Let's step on over here, roger, roger. Narani Enterprises, what the fuck is that? Oh wait, that might be too deep of a dig. Let's Flank attacks here on Celeste. Holy moly, 2 more hits. Another
You
23
can
damage.
stop now.
Then the Claw 3 over here on Micah. Try for a couple attacks. This is all of a sudden where the dice are going to tuck their tail and run away. Yep. Even with the flank right there, 16 ain't going to do it. Same +8 to attack. Horrible dice results. That is Claw, Claw, Claw. I think that's it for our claws. That's going to bring it over to Zara's turn. Currently floating above one of the tank craters over here, I do believe.
I told her.
Dames and Dungeons, what? Stands for deranged and devoted.
Remember what key? Oh, yay.
It's that one.
That's it.
It's that key.
Oh my god. I've had to change my keys.
We can hear
because-
you.
I've had to change my keys because I keep like wearing out my keys on my keyboard from the push to talk, so they don't work very well. So I can't
Don't
remember
talk
which
so
ones are
much.
which. So, yeah. You would like that, wouldn't you? Huh? All right, so I'm gonna. Well, Zara's gonna go over here. She's gonna take a peek. She doesn't see what's going. Now she sees what's going on. Okay. So, she's going to. She's gonna go after this claw right here
Very good.
with I think she's gonna do a firebolt because those have been. She's had good luck with those.
Ouch. The luck will
Ooh.
continue, it seems.
Good deal. And then she's gonna pop back out here. And then that's it
Okay.
for her.
And let's check in with Celeste, who just lost a ton of hit points over the last few moments.
Yep, once again, my brother leaves and I get hit for it. So, good times. So I will attack the injured one next to me.
Of course, AC is 18.
I will spend a hero point. Force point. Whatever they're called. Yeah.
Something point. I get the point.
Some sort of point.
You use the point, I get the point. All
You're
right.
making the point.
Beautiful.
Let's check the damage here. Lightning, okay. That's most of our HP left.
Alright, so I will try that again.
There we go. That will successfully destroy that drone. Claw 4 is
Beautiful.
off the board.
And then I'll start attacking the other one with my bonus, which is somewhere.
Undead
and
Slay,
then-
okay. Still has some impact there.
Yeah, it should do something.
Yeah,
And
just
then
not
with my mobile feet, I will move away a little bit. And I'm gonna go up to 10 feet.
Very good. Alright, well I got whirly drones. First one is down here. Looks like whoever saw it before. I think that was Cedar who probably had eyes on it and now is no longer here. But we're gonna buzz right in.
I want to take it and wear it as a hat.
This wind here is kicking my butt this week. Our speed is 40 feet, so we can actually buzz a little closer there. We like 30 feet high. And who do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you who are targets. Oh, we all know it's going to be Celeste. I'm going to roll 5. Hey, how about that?
Yay!
2 is actually our newly debuted Sapphire Wormling over here, so that's not who we want to be attacking. But that is what we're looking at. Ouch!
What are you
28 to-
attacking him with?
It's a beam of radiant energy. It's got a 60-foot
okay.
range.
That's a pretty purple feather on the hat.
Actually, it's got a 60-120. Anything beyond 60 is at disadvantage, but we are inside of that. Whirly drone only gets 1 attack. They can fly, but they're not as active on the attack side of things. We got another whirly drone way out here that you will certainly hear before you see it as it comes sputtering into view. We're going to do 20 feet high from here. 1, 2, 3 targets as well. Three is going to be Skull Crusher, so we'll take one of those shots in his direction. 17 is not going to hit. Manages to juke that while you're focused on the melee before you. And that's going to pass it over to the Sapphire Wormling that just got blasted. Unfortunately, henchmen and other creatures of this do not gain your regen and what have you, so you got to be a little more careful with that smaller HP pool.
I have a weird question real quick.
See if I can muster a weird answer.
So whenever you move the screen, it moves it for me, and I always wonder, when I move the screen, does it move it for everybody?
It does not.
And
I didn't
that's
think
only
so,
when
but
he
thank you.
That's only specifically when he pings for us.
Correct, yeah, I have the option as GM to do a ping everybody, so I can just be like, hey everybody, look at this guy right here. Whereas anybody else, if they ping, you have to be like in that area on your map to see what it is they're pinging. It won't necessarily draw the screen in that direction. I think this Wormling used its breath weapon, so it's going to need to roll that recharge. That's what I used the purple dot for. See if it gets that back this round.
What is the recharge on it?
Probably 5 or 6. It'll say right
Oh,
there
I
on
see
the
it.
attack.
Okay, okay, it says 5 or 6. There you go.
Cool. So yeah, you roll that at the start of its turn. Dope.
4, damn it. Okay. Well, he doesn't get it back. Whatever. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and, that thing's 30 feet in the air?
It is, yeah.
Right? Okay. So he's already at eye level with it, so he's gonna fly over there and try to make a bite attack on it.
Okay. Oh, 16
presume-
AC. These things are pretty
16.
nimble.
I'll go ahead and use a force point on it.
Okay.
That's 2d8, take the higher, right?
Correct.
Okay. So that would be, 20.
Very good. We'll take that 15.
And that will be his turn.
All right, Vale, over to you.
All right, I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality, but I'm also going to step over here and see. I think I see like a blue flag or something in this door.
Correct. Yes, your HUD is glowing, indicating that there is a plot point of interest inside that room. More specifically, it's this large computer terminal to the east of you right here. It is currently flashing a bunch of red lights, which I don't know what Vale's familiarity with machines would be, but depending on your response to that question, that will determine the DC of the intelligence check to come.
Yeah, he's not really familiar with that stuff.
Well, he has been here long enough to learn the English language, so at least the words on some of these buttons, some of them are very faded, rusted, it's not quite easy to read, but some of them you can make sense of. Roll an investigation.
I'll go ahead and use an inspiration on that.
All right, I was going to say, you're like, it appears to run on some form of electricity.
What's electricity?
All right, so with a 20, you can tell that the two levers, one on each side of the terminal, need to be pulled to the off position, pushed back to the on position, and then there are likewise two very large buttons, one on each side of the terminal here, that need to be pushed to turn this thing back on. You don't think it needs to be done simultaneously, and even if it does, it's a small enough terminal that you think one person could probably do it all simultaneously, but even still, you don't think it's necessary. And you think that will turn this on, whatever that accomplishes. You're not sure what, but that would seem to do something here.
So I'm not sure at all what this is going to do.
Exactly. You can just, it's obviously a machine that is turned off, but what benefit, if any, there is to turning it on, that's as of yet unknown. Right now it's just a point of interest, and you have figured out how to manipulate it at least.
Okay, and would that be like actions to do that?
If you're going to actively manipulate the computer, that would be your action. Right now, you're still just movement and free action.
Well, I already cast the Aura of Vitality as my action this round.
Oh, I didn't see that post at all. Weird.
I said it, I didn't post it.
Oh, gotcha. What is that, 30 feet? Is that something that's going to affect everybody? 30 foot. Okay. Any color preference for the aura?
Yeah, like a light blue.
Very good.
So I'll move in there after casting a spell, then I'll spend the bonus action to give Celeste some healing. And then I'll say, there's a machine of some kind in here that it's like off. Do we think turning it on would be a good idea?
Do we want to take care of these things first?
What is Vale's passive perception?
$15.
As he begins talking to Celeste on the other side of the broken window, he can hear loud metallic footsteps clanking across the room to the south here, rapidly approaching the door. And for whatever reason, the door icon is not visible. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's the door. I didn't see it for a second. But yeah, something is approaching that door. Probably another one of these machines. That's all it can really do on your turn, though. Just be advised, You're aware that something is there.
Cool. I'm going to roll the 2d6 healing for Celeste.
Cool. If that's it for you, we'll pass it over to Silkus while you get that restorative going. You think it's oil.
You finally noticed that. I don't notice, or I can't hear any of their conversation or anything that was shouted out, right?
I
presume
don't think
since
he
I'm across the
shouted, so
battlefield.
you might hear that they're discussing things, but from where you're at, it might just sound like the normal battlefield tactical discussion.
Yeah, no, if
stuff.
I didn't hear anything, I didn't hear nothing. That's fine. But I am going to use my action to raise my. Hold on, I gotta make sure which one I put it in. My left gauntlet to fire a 4th level scorching ray at this dude.
Oh
All 4
boy.
beams at him. Or actually, sorry, that's all 4 beams.
We do have a little tree cover from your angle. We're kind of like right at the very top of the tree, but from the angle you're shooting at, you have to shoot through it, so we get a little cover bonus, but otherwise you can certainly see it. Yeah, definitely in range. All right, fire when ready. Ouch, ouch. Okay, that's 4 for 4. Take all of that. That's going to prompt... Yeah, these things are very, very bottom heavy for that propeller that's holding it aloft. You gotta imagine, like, whoever created these things, it's an early model that certainly has some effectiveness, but has certainly been improved upon since. Kind of like the T600s still walking around with the T800s. So anytime it takes a significant amount of damage, it has to do a flight check or lose its elevation. We've seen this happen before with one of them. In this case, however, it is keeping its position.
And then I will go ahead and move up, but I had one question for clarification. For the new superpowers for annual subscribers, are those like only on your turn, or when do we activate those? If we choose to, that is obviously.
I would imagine they're somewhat self-explanatory as far as when they can be used, as far as on your turn or reactionary. Like, let's see, this one right here. All right. Yeah, that's the one thing right there. We didn't put an action associated with that, so I would say that's probably a bonus action.
Bonus action to do it? To do either of those?
Either of those,
presume?
yeah. And then,
Okay.
of course, spend the force point or inspiration point as well.
Yeah. Alright, got you. Just wanted to double check so I knew for future.
Cool.
But I will go ahead and move up to right here. And that will be my turn.
All right, let's move it over to Skull Crusher here.
Somebody's gonna die.
I think so. Hello.
Well, it still shows Silkus on the green.
Oh, well, that is correct. But it's your turn nevertheless.
No worries.
he's so polite and patient.
Well, tonight.
Oh, good lord.
Whoa! Whoa! Who we attacking, man? Slow down. Hurry
Well,
up,
I was
slow
hoping
down.
to start with the dude above me and then move over to Tritomoton 6.
Alright, so 19 damage is gonna bring us right to there. The second attack, a crit, is just gonna destroy that one entirely. And then you manage
Oh man,
to...
that means I don't get to roll the 1d6 for the extra. Ah,
I mean, you could, but it's just, it's superfluous at this point. And the Tritomaton 6, you managed to take a bite out of, and electrical wires, it's an acquired taste.
No, it's Tritomoton. He said it.
Tritomoton, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
it's a spicy meatball, but that's my turn.
Wow, that's a little foreshadowing there. Tritomatons, they are up. It might shock him to death, but I mean, if he can eat zombies at this point without becoming infected, a little Zot right there, it's really just flavor. Alright,
Yeah,
well,
he just thinks his tooth is aching a little bit.
I guess we're going to turn over into...
It came with its own dental floss.
This direction. Over to attack Skull Crusher. Oh, guess it'll help if I get a character sheet. Let's go for a tank cannon shot. Point blank range! Oh, wait, we don't have the tank. We don't have access to the tank anymore. That's a shame. That would have been a lot of damage. Alright,
Well, it wasn't high enough to hit me.
I guess we'll just slap you with our metallic appendage here, and that's a far cry from your armor class. Tritomatons? Nope, they get one attack. Do I have any more of them? Nope. Nope. I guess not.
I feel like tonight's going to be a good night.
I hope so. Tonight's gonna be a good night.
All I'm gonna say is don't hold your breath, because the book might be coming out.
Yeah, but don't think too much of that. We'll get banned.
Alright, so get my little regen in. See if we can finish off Claw 3. I think we did.
I don't know what
Nice.
Bing Bong is, but that's very cool.
What?
Let's
See,
see.
isn't that the name of the imaginary friend in Inside Out?
Oh, maybe. I'm drawing a blank right now.
I
I just
have no
got hit
idea,
for
man. I don't
way
know.
too much damage. Ouch. That was on the claw to the
Alright.
north of you?
Correct.
Okay.
Second attack will be on Tritomoton number 6.
Okay.
Tritomoton.
Ouch. Ouch.
And bonus action, I am going to drop my Echo over here in melee with Claw 5.
All right.
And that'll end my turn.
Very good. Claws are up. I got Claw 5 right here. Silkus in melee. We were attacking Celeste. I guess we'll attack Silkus. Pincer and Spike. And there's those dice again. Apparently they only come out to play when Kimberly's being attacked. Claws. Any more claws? Yes, there is another claw. The door opens here to the south of Vale, revealing, yes, a claw. Number 6. And we're going to try and get some attacks going here. Oh, God! 23 to hit. A natural 20. 2 for 2 for 28, 30, 37 points of damage. And that is a day for the Claws, I believe. We got Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Anybody else? That's it. Zara, your turn.
Okay. Oh. She sees the little whirly drone down here. I guess she can see that.
Yeah.
Where she is. Okay. So yeah, she's gonna go after that one.
Okay. That is good. We'll take that.
And oops, hold on. She may move where it can't see her. Oh, well. So what's the blue aura?
That is Justin's aura. He can do bonus healing on people within it, I believe.
Okay, cool. All right, so she'll just go over here. Well, no, not there. Maybe here. Okay, and she'll stay right here.
All right. Let's check in with Celeste.
Alright, well, I was gonna come over and see what Vale was talking about in here, and I see this dude, so I'm gonna go attack it. So I'll go down to 5 feet for the attacks.
Ouch, ouch.
I'm gonna do Savage Attacker to try to up the second one's damage.
Okay.
Didn't really help.
Yeah, kind of a...
Does acid do anything more since they're metal?
It's just normal damage in their case, it does appear. No resist, no vulnerable.
That's annoying. Okay. Add that on top of it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so I'll be there, but I'll be 5 feet up.
All right. Well, I got whirly drones, so let's check in with them and see what we can do. I guess the first one is going to check where Zara flew off to. Float right over the building here. We got a few targets. We did pursue her, so we'll take the shot on the intended. That's not going to hit anybody in this party. The whirly drone right here. Oh dear. Who do we attack? Who do we attack? This is unfamiliar. People don't usually fly up and get in our grill. We're anti-zombie defense. What is this? 1, 2, 3. I guess, yeah, one of the 3 of you is going to be lucky. It's going to be Skull Crusher. And this is at disadvantage because we do not have the gunner feat. It doesn't matter. 17 would not hit Skull Crusher.
What was that?
Right? There's a beam shooting at you from the southeast over here. Whirly Drone 4 over in the west. 1, 2, 3, 4 targets, it would appear. Number 1 is Zara. Oh, 21 to hit for 10 radiant.
She's lighting up a room now.
Whirly drones, I believe, are all done. Yes, indeed. So let's pass it to the Sapphire Wormling.
Alright, he's just gonna make another bite attack. Oh, let me roll the breath attack, or the breath recharge first, though.
There we go.
Hey.
Good to use that for another time.
We'll go ahead and save it. We're gonna go ahead and use the bite attack still.
Cool. That's
16.
a hit. On the money, and almost took that thing out. Actually, let's check its flight check. It might fall and break itself if it rolls poorly here. Nope, we did not. We still hanging aloft.
Alright, he'll go ahead and just stick there.
Alright. And just inside the room, it's Vale here.
All right. Since she has come in here to kind of head this thing off, I'm gonna start messing with this machine because maybe this will either turn these things off or turn them on our side. I'm hoping. So
Okay.
I'm gonna start messing with it.
Alright, that will take your action. And basically turn it off and turn it back on. And based on that, there is an immediate response as lights begin flickering inside of the rooms. Both, well, pretty much everywhere on this map. Whether you can see the rooms or not, there are lights beginning to flicker on. Power is being restored to normal up here on this section of the map. There is a slowly loading map right here, which could be quite interesting depending on interpretations. Check, let's do another investigation check from Vale.
Is this good? What does this mean? Is this good?
Okay, so it does appear... Alright, yes, this terminal is providing instructions for how to open the subterranean bunker entrance. There are 2 additional terminals that must first be powered up. One of them appears to be on the north side of the complex. Based on your passage already through the area, you're inclined to think it's probably this building up here. There is a second terminal equidistant on the far south. It looks to be inside of the building over in this hazy section. We've not even really gotten a look at that area whatsoever, but the second terminal would appear to be inside of there. And once both of those terminals are activated, the unlocking mechanism for the bunker entrance is located inside of this room, just on the other side of where we're at here.
Okay. Then my bonus action will be to give myself some healing.
Does Vale read or speak Dwarven?
Good question. Let me check.
All right. Can can always try to destroy the terminals if you so wish.
I do not, but how long has it been since we talked to with Torcarl?
Probably like 90 minutes, 2 hours.
Okay, because I had Copper and Languages up for that conversation, which is an hour.
Right.
But I can always cast that again if I need. If it looks like there's like a lot of Dwarven in here, I might cast that again at some point.
That, and you also have the knowledge that I speak Dwarven.
Right. There's not a lot of Dwarven that you're seeing, but there is an interesting glyph on the computer screen that is written in Dwarven.
Alright, I would recognize it as a Dwarven glyph, but I can't understand what it is. Okay.
All right. Well, let's check and see what Silkus has going on.
Not having any knowledge or anything of anything past these enemies, I'm just gonna attack the enemies.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Alright, well, I'm gonna hold up my other gauntlet. And I'm going to reach out and cast Inflicting Wounds on this guy.
Okay.
At 3rd level.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, I look over at Celeste after doing that and go, I was hoping it might like turn these things off or like turn them on our side.
17 does hit on him, right? Or does that not?
It does not. That's also a natural 1.
That's a natural 1?
Yeah, you got plus 16 to attack. I don't know why yours don't show up as red. They show up as gray for some reason.
I'm gonna inspo that regardless, but...
Okay, yeah. 30 will certainly.
I don't know why, yeah, okay.
Let's see, we're gonna be...
Did not realize that was a natural 1.
Ouch! That's 40 points of necrotic damage. We'll take all of it.
And then, as my bonus action, I will go ahead and, I'm gonna go ahead and just step right here in between the two of them.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Oops, forgot to put an elevation marker on this one. But yeah, it
Oh,
should
is
be
the
about,
drone- yeah,
should be
the
about
drone's
15
upwards.
feet high.
Oh, good. I'm still moving right there, though.
Sure, sure. All right, Brad, check in with you. What's going on?
Not a whole lot.
What's up with this puddle of oil that you're standing inside of?
Oh, man.
I threw it all over Zara. She just didn't even blink. She's just like, I'm over it. I'm not even going to acknowledge it.
I'm going to run my weapon through it. I learned a lesson.
Oh, no, this kind needs to be bottled up and brought back to the party.
Yeah, I tried that shit. Yeah.
He's like, fuck you.
See, I try and be nice and share with the group and fucking A. All right.
This is actually a puddle of oil that goes into another dimension, and when he touch it, he disappears forever.
Oh, gosh. It's the Donjon oil.
No, when he touches the oil, he teleports to Galric, but there's no going back.
All right. Well, the first attack is going to destroy that Tritomaton. So what are we thinking after that? There is another
No
claw.
more Trito Moto in?
No, there's a claw just to the east over there that you could step over into flank if you wanted to. And then, yeah, that's going to turn that natural 1 into a 26. And then I think maybe you clicked 1 too many attacks. It should be 2 swings of the sword and a bite. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I hit 3?
I think, yeah, you hit 3, so I'll just disregard the matching 15s there. And then we'll go right to the bite attack, which is also a good hit. 11, 13,
Sorry about that.
28, it happens. All right, we'll take it. That's a good chunk of damage off Claw 5.
I'll miss you, Trito Moto in number 5. All right, that's my turn.
All right, Tritomaton 7. Where are you at? Oh, that's right. You're nowhere fucking near here. That's not, well, I guess you get no turn then. That's back to the top of another round. We're going to get 3 rounds in at least before our halftime here. Very nice. Micah.
All right, I will go this way and fly up to Whirly Drone 4. Start whaling on it.
Two for two.
I'll click my regen before I forget.
Oh, wow. Not just 2 for 2. That's going to destroy it in 2. It goes crashing down next to the tank right there.
All right, I have some movement left, so I will come about halfway back.
Very good. Mythwolf hasn't joined us yet. Hey, there he is. Hey, he did join us.
I'm coming in. I'm logging in right now.
Perfect timing. Let's bring your character back from the tunnel of safetitude. And it is your turn in the initiative once you're all set and loaded. Looks like you're in Discord, not yet in Roll20, so we'll hold just a second.
Yeah, it's loading right now.
Cool. I'll give you a little force ping here to get you in the proper position.
Gotcha.
Yeah, most of these things have been crushed and obliterated. There is one claw just to the east of you. And there's a whirly drone over there too if you can attack something that's floating 15 feet.
Yes, I will. I will activate my wings, and I will go to this side.
Oh.
And try to get flank if I can.
Is Silkus flying or is he on the ground?
No, I'm in melee with the claw.
Gotcha.
It's diagonal flank.
Yeah, Silkus needs to be 11 feet tall, unfortunately. He's not that lanky.
Hold your staff up, Silkus.
I was going to say, can I hold my staff up? That counts as an ally, right?
You haven't yet unlocked the pogo stick upgrade.
Well, you want to start doing that?
We'll put another System of a Down song in here, the pogo song.
Oh god, please no.
Everyone lined up double quick with just one pogo stick.
Man, if you want me to start finding like the weirdest lyrics and just start importing them here for you, I can.
We're like at our limit for imports. Anytime I think of a new one, I have to delete an old soundbite. And I try to delete ones that I've put in because I know some of you have uploaded them. So I try not to delete any that you guys have put in.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't put in any.
That's a hit.
All right, I'll take 2 swings with my blade.
24, 39, 40, 55. This thing had 54 hit points. That destroys the whirly drone.
You need your staff. That is all I got.
Alrighty. Let's go over to the claw. I think it's just this one now. Or no, there's one inside there, but we'll start with this one. 2 of you have attacked me, so I may just split the difference. Yep. Let's go Pincer on Skull Crusher, Spike Attack on Silkus. Ouch, 2 for 2 right there. I think I hit each of you. Skull Crusher gets to reduce that down to 5.
Ow.
I don't know if Silkus has resilience or anything, and if he does, he gets to reduce down to 5 as well. Otherwise, that's 11 damage off of your 193 points right there. Oh no.
Hey, those points can go quick when there's tanks involved.
They really do, yes indeed. It's almost like the DM is nickel and diming you to lull you into a false sense of security before boom, take time.
It's almost like you already did that by trying to give me a legendary book.
Claw right here. Veil did not do anything to me, so we're going to do both attacks on Celeste. It's going to be double natural 20s for 115 points of damage.
You're hilarious.
Hey, look at that. Finally. Good job, Dice.
Yay!
Good job not being freaking so specific.
Hey man, your dice are like attacking like
I
one
guess
The
so.
amount of times I've gotten hit with a 17 since my armor class went down to 17 has been ridiculous.
Okay, how many people here thinks Daniel switches his dice mid-roll so that it's for a specific person?
Not till the end of the session.
I mean, if that's the case, wouldn't I be doing it to hit the guys with the 25 ACs that I am always like, why do you have such a high AC? It's unnecessary.
Oh, that's because you want dramatic effect.
All right. Hey, Zara, back to your turn. Get some of that health back that you lost.
So, she has a question. Did she hear Vale, like, when he did his investigation to figure out about the terminals?
What is her passive perception?
Well, I didn't actually say anything about the terminals. I
That
just
is
said
true.
I thought it would
That
turn
was
them
my
off.
that was my question.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
didn't
said-
say anything about that. I was just saying to Celeste, oh, I tried this because I was hoping it would either turn them off or turn them on our side. That's all I said.
Okay. Well then, then she doesn't really know what's going on. Okay, cool. All right, so she's just gonna move over here and go after this this claw.
Very good. Bye, Claw. Just melts into a puddle of molten steel from that powerful firebolt. You see one of the claws rise up like Arnold at the end of T2, just sinking into the molten steel. Thumbs up.
That's a funny visual.
Oh, hey, J-Man, I
All
forgot
right.
to mention, I don't think you were there for the Terminator Resistance stream, but I found my first plasma weapon, and the guy going through the tutorial, he was like, now most of your plasma weapons come in the 40-watt range. I was like, oh, I got one!
Only with
Is that
Steve
all?
Allen.
Oh, we have a whirly drone over here. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, there's still one hovering over here.
Okay. I think she's gonna go back out. Oop. All right, she's good.
Very cool. All right, Celeste, see if you can finish this thing off.
Yes, I'm going to. And then the things that Vale saw on the screens, that's in this room, like I can see
Oh, yeah.
where we're supposed to be going for these other terminals.
Absolutely, yeah. You've got the ungodly passive perception, I believe. So even while you're in the midst of combat here, you're almost reading the text on the screen as quickly.
Cool. Can I telepathically tell Cedar the direction where to go for the one that you said was to the north?
Very cool. Oh, you do realize poison is having no effect on this drone here.
Dang it, I was worried about that.
So acid works, but not poison.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so far the elemental damage we've discovered has worked, but as this is a construct, you'd probably expect psychic and poison will probably not be as effective. Do you switch the damage between the two swings?
If you will allow me, heck yes.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt while you were talking there as well, but once you realize it has no effect, you can switch that to a different type.
Yeah, I'll just go back to lightning.
Okay. Not
It would be the
quite
same amount of
enough.
damage. So 12.
Sure.
And then bonus.
Big money, big money. Hey, that'll hit. Still hanging on, though.
Of course it is.
That's a shame. The
Okay.
difference is that poison damage on the first roll. Damn it.
Of course. Gosh dang it. I knew I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. And then would you be able to ping that spot for Grant that I am telling him about?
Yes, indeed.
Or
Right up
General
here.
direction? Yeah.
I see the ping.
I'm telling you in your head to go in there and flip the buttons and whatever.
Copy.
I'm very technical about it.
All right.
AABB, left, right, up, down, up, down. Got it.
Done.
Is he able to respond to you telepathically, or is he just saying all that out loud?
No, we can talk to each other telepathically.
Okay.
Yeah, usually it's just, posted on the stream because she's trying to whisper it.
Oh no, I know.
I just gave up because, like, whatever. Dan can read it. Everyone can read it on Twitch. I might as well just say it out loud.
And it seems like you're the only one that it shows for, because I've been whispering and it hasn't
So
shown mine yet.
fantastic.
I am very aware of that, and it's very annoying.
All right, I need to check something here real quick.
And I say it could be worse. It could be Dan's whole Discord conversation. At least he fixed that problem.
What did I do now?
I said it could be worse. It could be Dan's whole Discord conversation.
Oh, geez, yeah. Yeah, goodness. I had to go back myself and check on that last night just to see how much was revealed, and I'm like, wow, I'm glad we had enough in-game conversation that it didn't reveal, like, the actual private DMs that took place a week before that. Only, like, the very tail end of it, which was like, okay, I mean, that's just what it is. But if you caught a peek at what's going on there, you are definitely aware that one of our characters has been compromised. I think that was kind of obvious, though. Okay, so yeah, extra HP, static AC, resistance, I would say immunity to that damage entirely. And as well, I forgot to include this in the APS ability there, but you would likewise have an unarmed attack that can deal lightning damage to the tune of 3d6.
Are you talking to me?
Sure.
What are you saying? Wait, what?
Did you have a question? I'm sorry. I was answering a question that only I saw, but I answered it aloud, so it's obvious to the person who asked it.
Continue.
All right, whirly drones. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, wait, you're destroyed. You're destroyed, too. Oh, wait, this one's still hanging on somehow. I think I need to blast this.
And he's getting snarled at by a baby dragon.
Yeah, I'm going to have to blast that dragon at point blank range. 15 to hit. Almost got it. Not good enough, though. All right, see for the wormling. See if you could finish it off.
You know, I would overkill it by just breathing it to death, but I'm gonna bite it.
I'll make my saving throw, and this thing has evasion. Oh boy. Celeste is testing it, and on the first go.
Like, someone messaged me, and then my response shows up. I don't understand.
Are there any baddies left?
That's fantastic. There is one inside of this room here, but I think Vale's probably about to take that out. Go ahead, move
Okay.
the wormling if you wish. Vale can take his attack. And then I think that is the final drone that we see, the final battle bot.
I think I like BattleBot better than Tritomaton, although that is a cool name.
Well, the BattleBot is the standard generic version for all of these things, and then they all have their own specific BattleBot. Claw BattleBot, Tritomaton BattleBot, etc. Tried to go 80s with it.
That
is hilarious. I whispered to Celeste,
It's
and
the
then she
worst.
whispered
It's
back,
only
and that's
me.
the only one that you can see.
Only me.
That's fantastic.
Gotta be a setting that I'm missing somewhere.
There's gotta be. Maybe you're doing Whisper GM instead of just Whisper. But I don't know how the other players would get your messages if you were. Vale, though, what you got? You gonna finish this thing off? Get us out of the initiative? Booty bot. Oh dear. Well, this is all or nothing. If I make the save, I'm still alive. If I don't, then that is exactly how many hit points it has. Things are not very quick. All right. Beautiful. Deactivated. All right. And now that we are outside of combat,
That is healing for the dragon.
Oh, thank you.
Nice. Vale just got tackled by Skullcrusher. Celeste did as well, and then Skullcrusher dove out the window. Brief pause here before we go into full exploration mode.
Ah, too late. Sorry.
Let's see. Did you find? Well, you didn't find anything yet, so at least you're good. But now that we have a chance to look over these battle bots that litter the field around us, they all have one commonality. There is an engraving etched on to the upper back, like the lower neck, almost like a branding. It is a dwarven rune. And upon getting a closer glimpse at it, any of our characters who can speak Dwarven can identify it to be Galaric Gearworks. And we're going to go to
Did you just
halftime.
say all of them have tramp stamps on the
We're going to
lower
go to
back?
halftime here and let you all take a few moments to absorb that. Check in with you in about 10 minutes for some more Are You Gaming Friends.
I'll do my RP when it comes back, but quick question: Am I the only one aside from Vale using the comprehend languages spell? Am I the only one who's able to read Dwarvish?
Yeah, that's why
I
you
mean,
would
I
like
can comprehend languages too. I have that
Okay,
spell.
then yeah. Aside from the spell, can anybody
No, it's just
actually
you.
read
That's why
Dwarvish?
you were the one that had to have a
Nope.
conversation
Okay.
with.
Yeah,
Negative.
I'm not playing my dwarf anymore.
Yeah, no, I know. That was said before.
Aren't you playing the son of a dwarf? Wanted that person speak Dwarvish there?
No, he's not playing the son of the dwarf. We
That's
ran
not my
into the son.
character.
Oh.
I'm playing Vale, half elf.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's playing Vale, who can
Half
cast.
elf, half dwarf.
Hey, so what time did you wake up last week? I was wondering about that. I was like, did you wake up after the game was over?
12 o'clock.
I waited around and I was like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. And it didn't work. Or maybe it did because you woke up eventually.
No, no,
It was so great. It
in
went
this game,
immediately from I'm not tired at all. I've got great energy. I'm going to go grab some snacks and then gone.
I did. I grabbed some snacks. I came back upstairs and I looked at the hard chair and I was like, oh, I can just sit up in the bed and listen and watch. And that did not work out very well.
See, that was his.
That
first,
never works
That
out.
was his first. Yeah. That was
So
his
I
first
can't play in a
mistake.
dark room and I can't play from bed.
Yeah,
Why
but
you
I mean,
turn
we
my
even
light
yelled
on?
to you, and you were just out.
I know, we were starting to get a little worried. Like, did he just die? What happened?
No.
Yeah, it
no,
was
no,
a little
it was-
Yeah.
concerning.
I was a little concerned.
No, so I am not sleeping well. So at about 8:15, I took a sleeping pill. I thought I should make it, and I think about 8:40 is when I crashed.
That's a dangerous game to play, my friend.
It was close.
Yeah, it reminds me of how I used to go to the movies. I used to just go in my pajamas and take a blanket with me, and I would just sleep through the entire movie.
Yeah, and that's what I really was like. I was awake, and it was good to go. And again, it's just sleeping in a different room in a different bed without my wife or my puppies, and my sleep has been crazy. So a couple times a week I'll pop a little pill to help me, and it usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour, but it did not.
That's why I use my THC pills to go to sleep.
The trippy thing about taking a sleeping pill is you think you're awake, and it's probably that you're dreaming that you're awake. It's crazy.
I never heard one time anybody call, but I woke up at 12 and I was like, holy fuck, I did it again.
You sure did.
Well, at least you're earning your wake up soundbite.
Well, that's
I'm
only
just glad you're
twice.
okay.
Twice. That's it. I know my limitations. No dark rooms, no bed.
No, unacceptable.
I still can't get over the fact that Terry spends money to go sleep somewhere else.
Wait,
Well,
what?
that was when I was younger. Do you remember, Brad? We used to go to the movies, and you'd get mad at me because I would just fall asleep in the
Well,
movies.
she did that shit on purpose. She took a blanket with her. It's like, what do you expect to happen?
Well, my wife takes a blanket because movie theaters are cold.
So you take a jacket and don't sleep.
I found out I was anemic, and so I just fell asleep. His mom thought I was a narcoleptic.
Wow.
Well, I tried to get out of buying the extra ticket every time we'd go, but they didn't care.
Yeah, so you're paying to go sleep in a theater full of people.
It was good
I'm gonna
sleep.
have to play. I don't know how you guys make it till midnight. I'm gonna have to be in a sunlit room with air blowing on me, so I'm freezing cold.
I'm a little concerned for that because it can be tough. Like around 11:30, my brain starts like getting a little slow.
Yeah, y'all are a couple hours ahead of me. I'm only ending the game at like 9 o'clock. So.
Oh no, it's after midnight every time for us.
Yeah,
I think Daniel's in the same boat as me for the 9 o'clock.
Yeah, he is. He's in it. Daniel, I'm also in Pacific time zone.
Oh, you are.
And so is J-Man. I think a lot of us are, but the East Coast, that's got to be so hard.
That's all
the
good.
next
I'm
morning
a
that's
late hour
tough.
person anyway.
I still don't know how Paul does it on Wednesday and Thursday nights. He's playing with us from Scotland, so it's like 2 a.m. when he starts there.
Scotland,
it's 6
Scotland
p.m.
is like
here.
8.
That's crazy.
8 hours
That
ahead
is
of us
just
or something
crazy.
like
Yeah,
that?
it's like 8 hours, 9 hours ahead
That's
of
hardcore.
us. Yeah.
Because I know that
Does he have an
I know
accent?
that UK is
Oh, yeah,
8 hours
totally.
ahead of us. So.
Full-on Scottish, absolutely. Yeah, he's one of our few remaining overseas players. Most of them used to be on the Sunday morning games, but there's one of them left in the UK on Sunday mornings, which makes sense because that's 6 p.m. their time. And then Paul is a annual super epic supporter and is in the Wednesday and Thursday games starting at 2 a.m. his time. Crazy stuff.
He must work like a graveyard shift.
I think maybe so.
I did that like once because my friends from overseas wanted to do a one-shot, a PvP arena one-shot, and they didn't like me after I brought an enchantment control wizard. So
Well, when
I
I first
appreciate
started
everybody was
playing,
worried about me, but I was
just
okay.
a stimulant at night, like tea or coffee.
Oh yeah, definitely got to
That's why I
find your
got my
tricks
good old
to
friend,
keep yourself
caffeine.
awake.
that's why I got my good old friend caffeine energy drinks.
I have
You just sit on
ADHD
a
so bad. Caffeine does not work. It's opposite for us.
Oh,
You just have to
most of the
sit on
time,
a
yes.
chair
but
of nails.
Yeah, a lot
as
of
long
times
as
I'm
I got
falling
the
asleep
computer
while
in
I'm
front of my
drinking my
face,
coffee.
it's,
My big thing that helps me is I get at least a 30 to 45 minute shut eye right before the session goes. If ideally I'll get a actual like 2-hour nap, but at least a 30-45 minute shutdown or what have you before the session goes, and that's at least enough to charge me for 3 hours.
I'm gonna have to when I'm in Georgia. That might be the way to go. Take a little like hour siesta after
Yeah.
work before the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I always take an afternoon nap.
She does, and I go hit the gym. That wakes me up.
Heck yeah. We all
I
got our
think I'll take a
tricks.
nap.
our
That sounds
energy.
way more
What the
my
fuck
level.
is this?
I'm going to drink 5-hour energies for 25 hours of consecutive energy.
Did
See,
somebody
those energy drinks scare me because a buddy of mine was pumping them all the time for the military, and he had a heart attack because of
Oh,
it, so
I
he had to
believe
cut
it.
them out.
I believe it. My heart starts racing with those frickin' things. I can barely stand them. I think the last time I had one was at my bachelor party 4 years ago, and it was just because I wanted to stay awake. My bachelor party was the guys playing fucking board games and getting high till 3 a.m. I was like, I just want to stay awake. It's like the first time in a decade all my friends have been in the same room together. We're never going to do it again. And half a decade later, we have not.
I bet it was fun though.
Not,
Well,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that
abso-frickin-lutely.
sounds sick.
It was so freaking cool. Just music,
Sweet.
tunes, all the different strains of ganja. We also had some edibles, coffee maker, like 7 or 8 different board games.
For my brother's bachelor party, I took him up to Tanktown, USA, where we drove tanks and crushed cars, and then dug stuff with a big excavator, just digging holes.
Dude, that would be fucking
Just-
awesome because it would.
You actually rolled over some cars with some tanks?
You'll
Yeah,
be able to
yeah.
do that too when you move out here because it's pretty close.
Is that a real thing? I could actually just go
Oh, yeah.
ride a tank and crush
Yeah,
cars?
of course. Of course.
Well, I mean, you could just rent it. You don't have to buy it. But yeah, they just let you destroy the car, run over it. In Vegas, they have stuff like that. Hell, you could take a Huey up and just use a minigun to shoot some cars.
We don't have that in Vegas.
Oh,
we
yeah.
do.
Dan, J-Man, have you ever heard of that?
I have.
I have not. I don't really pay attention too much to what's going on in
Yeah,
the
there's
city.
a few like there's the Battlefield Vegas, and there's a couple other ones that do crazy shit like that.
Well, it's too late for me for that, but I'm going to ride a tank over a car. That'd be super fun.
Yes. Let me know when you want to go. I'll go join you. Tanktown, USA.
I'm going to.
Everybody's welcome. We have
You can't go. Sorry.
Reminds me, I need to
Okay.
get
yeah, there's
All
no
right,
cars
buddy.
on tanks. That's what I heard.
Yeah, you be careful though when you run over cars. It creates big oil patches.
Oh, man.
You better
Get
take a
beamed
picture.
in the face with a big ball of oil. Hello.
Well, it's great. It's super easy. You have a stick on the left side and a stick on the right side, and then a brake pedal. And I mean, well, no brake pedal, just a stick on the left side and a stick on the right side, and that's it. It's easy to drive.
Does it drive like that old tank game from the arcade where 2 sticks forward, 1 stick forward, 1 step back to turn?
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I'm already a pro.
You let off the sticks and it slows down on its own.
All right, so let's check back in. We are back live here, and yes, Kimberly seems to have gotten to the root of the problem, but all of your characters are controlled by me because that's how we're able to see through everybody's fields of view on the live stream. It's the only way I can make it happen. Otherwise, you're only able to see through my monsters' fields of view, which I rarely ever even activate their fields of vision because I just know what I can see. So
But you didn't see any of their whispers? What the heck?
exactly. So once again, the mystery only deepens. I can only see your whispers, but not anybody else's, even though all of the characters have Role-Playing Unlimited as a controlled party for their character sheets. So it's like, yeah, we found out the answer, but we still have no idea. But let's get back into game. We are free to proceed as we wish. As Vale posted there, he informed the others of his discovery.
As I discovered the rune on the side of the robots and read it, I'll just like throw it to the ground and look towards Cedar and just be like, these things are Galrics. No one?
Nope, that's not me. I'm awake.
I will say that in the time you knew Galric, the only thing he ever really made was that arcane cannon. He never made robots.
Cedar, did you hear what I said or no?
No, I did not.
When I pick it up and read the rune on the side of the robot, I'll just throw it down and look at you and just say, these things say that Galric made them.
Galric. How could that be?
He's never made what? Is
Wait.
Micah kind of just standing there? Or?
Can you tell when they
Yeah.
were made? Is there some kind of like year made on them?
It doesn't. What does the rune say specifically again, Daniel?
Galaric Gearworks. Brief pause here. Celeste has found something outside in the southwestern parking lot. Crawl through a window to get at it, too. Looks like the remains of a pretty old battle. There are some rotten zombie carcasses out here of the Class C variety. They are probably at least a month old. Likewise, the ruined Tritomatons that she can see have sufficient rust gathering that they've definitely been sitting out here in the elements for probably about as long. But there are some of these Tritomatons that are still active and patrolling the area, so that is going to bring up another round of initiative for everybody, regardless of where you're at. Let's get that going.
Brad's computer died. He's plugging back in right now.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that. It took a sleeping pill and thought it could stay awake, but it died. But I'm back.
Dude, how far away am I from everyone? I wasn't paying attention.
A decent distance, not too far as the crow flies, but going through the passageways, it's a little bit of a trek.
Cool.
I whispered to her and be like, "That's not where you told me I needed to go and press buttons."
Zara's like way the heck up there, like, I hope there's nothing going on, because I'm about as far away as can be. But she is the fastest character, too.
Well, I missed everything because my computer dying. I knew they had tramp stamps, and so I was starting to explore, and then you said initiative.
You were exploring the tramp stamps? What the fuck is the matter with you?
My bad.
All right, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you, plus a wormling, plus my NPC, and looks like the wormling tied with the drones here, or the battle bots, so we're going to need to have a dice off.
What do you need me to roll?
A flat die 20, and beat a 6. All right, so I go dead last in the initiative with the Tritomatons. They seem to be the only variety of drone out here, but that is actually incorrect. One of them we do not see, but I see you. Okay, any other ties? Nope, 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 nope. All right. So we don't have a psychic connection between the entire party, right? That is just Celeste and Cedar. So I think we're actually going to pass on Micah's first turn here, as he is completely unaware that there's even anything going on. But you are free
that's
to.
what I was going to say.
Yeah, you are free to move as you wish. You just don't really know that there's any conflict.
Micah was kind of coming over toward these bots and wondering who Gowrick was.
Very cool. And then Cedar is next. Celeste, I'm guessing, would probably whisper what she has found in the period when initiative is being rolled. So in that respect, Cedar could start his turn aware that something is going on and thus convey that to the others gathered nearby.
Yeah, I'll shout out more incoming, and then I will make my way to where Celeste just went, which I believe is right there, correct?
Oh, is it a Kimberly issue here? It's not my fault, it turns out.
So apparently, if you whisper to the character name, because you're on the characters, you can see it. But if I whispered to the person,
Oh, that's why I never noticed that, because I always
That's
whispered to the actual
interesting.
person.
That's interesting.
I always pick the character name, so then it just goes with it.
Nice.
Oh, goodness.
Well, there goes the end of an era. Damn it. It was fun while it lasted.
I'm going to make my character name and my person name the same.
You are the worst. I'm switching to Discord.
All right. So I'm gonna. Where is Celeste? Where was the last place I saw her go?
The last place you saw her was inside of
Yeah.
the room here, I believe.
Yeah, what the room that I was in with Vale, I went south and then just kept kind of winding, so I don't know if you guys would have seen anything after that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm here with Vale.
Vale probably saw her go west outside of the door.
All right. So that's my movement, and I don't.
And
Like, as far as I can go, what do I see
follow
anything?
open windows because I left a pretty clear path of openings.
Yeah, there's an open door in this passageway here, and there's an open window out to this little park area.
And then on my action, I'm gonna hold my action. I'm gonna load get the energy shotgun ready, and if I see anything that looks devastating, I'm gonna take a couple of shots.
All right. Let's check over with Celeste then.
Alright, well.
These things are certainly aware of your presence.
Yeah, cool. Well, might as well, right? Let me switch my damage.
Looks like at one point in time there was a pretty serious solid metal door protecting the entrance to this very secure looking bunker on the south side of the complex. Nice attack. You will not find a single window in this entire structure. This is definitely an area that they try to protect, did somebody.
Was their armor class 17 or was it higher than that?
15.
I think it's 15. I'll use an inspo.
Okay. That's going to be enough to destroy that one.
Hey, cool. Don't think I have anything worth it for the... Oh, wait. I forgot that my movement speed is different. Oh yeah, my movement speed is 70, so that was
Oh, damn.
30. Yeah, I'm on the carpet.
Oh, gotcha.
Alright, I'll go ahead and bonus attack this dude then.
Okay. Whoa. She almost has a gasp of startlement as she catches the massive body inside of that opening to the east of her before she realizes that that is likewise at least a month-old desiccated corpse of an orange titan. Something here took out one of those orange titans. That is no easy feat.
Ooh, where's he at? Get his skull for me.
Undead Slayer damage will apply there. Not undead, of course, but the regular.
Cool. I'll hang out right there.
Okay, and then there's a blast from the skies, actually a double blast, targeting Celeste. Let's get this and this. Boop. Boop. As we are outside of her line of sight, we will take these with advantage and bum bum. Oh, of course.
How many minutes passed between the end of initiative to the start of this initiative?
I'd say less than 5.
Okay, because I get 10 temp HP per minute, so can I give myself 40 temp HP?
That's fine. Ouch. Pair of death rays right there. 30,
With
40,
advantage?
55, 60, 70. Looks like 76 damage off of that crit. Yeah, George went. I saw that as the game started off tonight. I thought of Terry because she said she was just at the Cheers bar. It looks like another 30, 41 damage. So, geez, I think this thing just did like 110 damage to you between both shots. And you don't even know where, I mean, you see where that the shots came from, but there is no sound from that area. There wasn't even like a weapon discharge of that. It's all very, very quiet and stealthy.
Okay, what was the full total of that? Because I was doing it before I think you finished counting.
Okay. Let's check here then. 30,
Sorry.
55, 76, 86, 91, 101, 111, 117 is the actual total.
Okay, 117. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank goodness for the extra temp.
And we'll check over with Zara now, as it is your turn. Way up here at this locked door. Looks like you already tried to get in.
I did. Was I successful?
Did you roll a pick locks? It looks like you just clicked the door.
I did. Hold on. Where'd it go?
I must have missed it. Oh, there it is.
That's, I think, yeah.
Jeez. Oh, yeah, 30. That's going to crack that open very easily. Go ahead, open that up.
Question: did any of us like notice that attack that just happened?
I don't see that anybody's in line of sight of that, no.
Wow. Okay. So all we know is Cedar's walking in here like, "Where's my sister?"
Yeah, exactly. All right, so
Okay,
Zara
so
makes it in.
she's stuck. Okay, thank you. All right, so what can she tell from this room?
Roll investigation.
Okay.
I always think of the Seinfeld episode where George Wendt was backstage with George Costanza. It's just a funny interaction between the two of them. 28. Okay, yeah, you make this out very, very quickly. These terminals have already been powered up. They're just waiting to be restarted. It's a simple matter of hitting the Y key on each of the keypads at each of these stations. With your character's speed, you are able to do that with an action.
I'm concerned. Do we want to hit the Y?
It's just asking, do you want to restart, is what it's saying. Just
Okay.
restart, question mark, Y or N.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. All right, so she is going to, hold on a second. Where is it?
Hit the Y and then lick it.
Stop it. I'm not talking to you. Where is it? Hold on. I'm looking for a spell here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, sorry. I let go of my little thingy to talk. If she casts this, can she talk to maybe like Vale or Celeste to see, like, and let them know what she's seeing.
Well, I'm right there with Vale too.
I don't want to talk to you.
Makes sense.
She clearly doesn't want to talk to the crazy wizard either.
That's why
So I'm able to cast
Skullcrusher's
this and talk to them?
900 advice hotline failed right there. Just nobody was calling looking for his advice ever.
You know, if I want advice on how to eat expensive tea, I'll come to you.
That was some good tea, though.
Delicious. We've never found its like in 2+ years since.
I always wondered, was it tea bags or loose leaf?
It
was
a
a cube of tea.
Yeah, it was it was all compressed like a
It was
a
like
nice
the
cube of hash.
T800 after he got smooshed.
So
Which
what are you
apparently is
saying?
what
What
they
are you
used to do.
saying in your
Oh.
message?
So I'm gonna let them know what I see in here. That I see 4 terminals, and it's asking me to push Y to restart the terminals, and I'm gonna ask them if they want me to do that.
And
Do
who
it.
are you sending that message?
I am sending it to. Let's go to Vale.
Okay.
Hey,
You
Val, tell
are
her, do
aware
it.
that the confines of this room are preventing the spell. There does appear to be at least 1 foot of stone or an inch of common metal comprising the walls here.
Okay.
So you can
Wait a
step
minute.
outside and try it again if you want. You're just starting to cast it and you're like, I don't think this is going to work
Okay.
in
Yes.
here.
I'll do
Well,
that.
hold on. Isn't the door open though? It can go out the door.
Mm.
It's
Uh,
a
says it goes
straight
up.
oh,
line,
yeah, I
so
mean,
it's
I guess it doesn't have to
letter-
go straight towards him.
Yeah, it said it can go around corners.
Okay, yeah, I missed that entirely. Yeah, I was just reading the second paragraph there, not this bottom. Okay, so yeah, there's plenty of space for that. Does it give you... They can reply in a whisper, so yeah.
Yes.
Haha, speaking of whispers, dog just farted so loud it scared her and she got up and ran away.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't call that a whisper. So you're asking if we should say
Yeah,
yes
so
or no,
she's
basically?
she's communicating to Vale what she sees. She sees these 4 terminals here in this building, and it's asking to restart the system. And I just need to know, is this the plan? Is this what we're gonna do? Restart this system?
Hey, let's see what the worst that can happen is. Go for
Hey,
it.
buddy, I'm not talking to you.
Vale would respond, according to what I know, that one and the other one, when restarted, will help to open the bunker. So if we want to do that, we need to restart it.
Okay, so will she need to wait until her next turn to restart these? I didn't know
yes,
if like a.
since you
Okay,
used your action
perfect.
for the spell, otherwise you would have been able to use it to activate the terminals.
Okay, cool. Then she will end her turn there and be ready for the next turn.
Hey Daniel, did you see my messages in the chat?
They weren't whispered, so I kind of glossed over them. Let's see
I
which
forgot that I'm
chat.
resistant.
Which chat are we talking about here?
Just
Roll
above
20.
where
Roll 20.
Supergirl just did her message spell. I forgot that I'm resistant to necrotic. So
Oh,
can I add those
yeah.
3? Thank you.
All right, so that is Zara's turn. Over to Silkus.
Alright, I only hear the things of battle. Do I hear them coming from this direction, or... Because I don't even think I saw Celeste go through that way.
Correct, yeah, the battle is distant enough, and there aren't enough participants over there to where it's even really making a great deal of noise. It's literally her versus one machine, and then a flying stealth bomber.
Okay, I was completely kept out of the loop of things, so
Womp
I don't
womp.
know what's going on. I guess I'll go into this room. I don't really know. Was there anything on the screen or anything like that?
Yes, the instructions for how to open the bunker, the terminal in the building to the north, those terminals must be activated. There is also a terminal in the southern building that also must be activated.
You said that there's stuff written in Dwarven or something like that?
The same sigil that is on the robots is here on the
okay.
screen, so it indicates that Galric Gearworks is responsible for the programming here.
Gotcha. Can you ping where that southern generator thing is?
Since we have not been down there and it's more of a clustered building, it's really just, it's somewhere down here.
Somewhere down there. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's
We
fine.
know it's somewhere in this hazy rectangle.
And just as a reminder, I do now have a true sight up to 60 feet.
Oh, nice.
I will go ahead and...
It turns out that Cedar is wearing illusionary clothes for maximum comfort.
I don't need to know that.
You already knew it, though. Steve.
Fuck you.
Yeah, there's a nice little park area here. A lot of cigarette butts mashed into the sod. Below you there, an open window in this passageway right over there.
Is there anything past here, or is that kind of just like into?
It's a glass wall right here, so you have to float over it to get out there. But otherwise,
But would I be able to
you can
see
see
anything past it with my true sight?
you could totally see past it. There's nothing hidden over there though.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
like
wouldn't be
that's
able to see through
registering.
the fog or anything.
The true sight does not pierce obscurement.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All good then.
Oops.
alright, I think that would be the end of my movement anyhow. I'll go ahead and head in action, or hold an action just in case
Okay.
of emergency.
Well, we'll stick over here for the next bit. It's Veiled in Skullcrusher, then the Wormling.
Hey, there's a locked door behind you, Vale. We gonna check that out, or did you try it? Or I mean, oh shit, I wouldn't know if it's locked.
This appears to be a global map of a strange world. Not one that Vale is familiar with. It is actually an Agent Orange saturation level of the planet Earth, which, I mean, yeah, I guess that's technically where we are. Seems to be more Earth than Kryn. But somebody is apparently very interested in the regions that are very, both sides of it. The regions that are saturated as well as regions that are not.
Is there anything marking like our location?
There is not, but there are some controls that you can manipulate to kind of toggle filters, and it looks like based on, go ahead, roll investigation, see how quickly you're able to sort through that. It'll take you your action this round to do so if you want to.
Yeah, I'm fiddling with that because I have no reason to believe there's any kind of urgency going on.
All right. Yeah, we are definitely located somewhere here on this place called North America in the Midwest region. It's an area known as Chicago, if you had to guess the pronunciation.
Now, am I familiar with that as being part of our coalescence?
there have been enough signages in the Chicago area that you're familiar with. Okay, yeah, this definitely lines up with what we've seen, and pretty much all of the Midwest, especially the Great Lakes area, very heavily saturated with the Agent Orange color scheme there, which of course is orange.
Yeah, I think I'm just like examining that because other people are attempting to get the computers going, and seems like this is like the main hub of that. So,
All right. How about for Skull Crusher? Over to your turn.
I asked Phil, hey, did you check that door behind you?
Looks like somebody just clicked it because it's locked.
yeah, when you asked that, I was like, yeah, it's locked. I'm not sure if we have to use the computers to unlock it or not.
And of course, I don't know what any of that is. So I'm like, okay. And I see him just fiddling with a piece of paper, and I'm like, yep, paper. And so on I go.
Oh, Silkus just got tackled. Skullcrusher's tackling everybody today.
I will immediately.
I was just trying to get by.
Outside of the glass.
Move, bitch. Get out the way.
I will immediately vortex warp him to outside of the glass.
You can see some open doors. North passage, south passage. Looks like an old, oh man, some mini fridges in here. No, these are full-size refrigerators. Alas, they are empty.
Damn it. I finally find something. Oh well.
Yeah,
am
it's
I
a
stuck
Fallout
in
refrigerator. You find a tin can. There's a broken window there. Yep, you're able to step right outside, and hey, look at that. Depending on your vision here, actually, I don't think you see shit.
No, I can see all the way across the street into the stairs going down. Probably good.
You do see the littering of bodies down here, some oranges
Yes.
and some broken drones, and I think that's about it, though. You don't actually see the active combat, but you do see some old rotting carcasses and bodies as well.
I do now.
You also see this thing.
I do now. Hey guys, I see something weird over there.
I don't think any of us can hear you from this distance.
Yeah, this thing is floating 40 feet high, and it is very, very whisper quiet.
Does he see me now? Because I can see him.
That should be true on both counts then.
I'm sorry, I've completely lost track of how many steps I was taking. Shoot. That was probably about 10 blocks, so that was probably about 55 or 50 feet, so I guess extra action to...
1 second.
keep going.
I can check that entirely here.
I didn't
that
think I'd
is-
get past the fridges,
That is 90 feet right there from where you started to where you are.
so I get
Who
another...
do you think you are, me?
Well, no, I get 55 plus another 55 if action dash, right?
Right, so you could do another...
That's 110.
Right, you could do another 20 feet of movement if you want.
And I'm going to go ahead and engage Rage. And I guess launch something at that. Let me see if I have a spear.
You wouldn't have an action to attack.
Oh, yeah. That's my turn.
All right, this helicopter
Get to
here
the
looks in pretty
chopper.
good shape. Yeah, that's right. Better get to it. It's rusted. It looks like it's been a while since it's seen some action, but it looks pretty damn intact. Let's have Skullcrusher take his piloting exam here. All right, time for the Dragon Wormling.
I have flown a helicopter. That'd be cool to do in the game.
Yeah.
And he's
That'd be
just gonna
interesting
fly
if we
down.
had a boat and a helicopter.
He's just gonna fly down to me, and that will be his turn.
All right. Now for the Tritomatons. I think there's only one.
I mean, our
Nope,
table
there's two.
is known to collect everything. So.
All
Fair,
right.
most of us are still just over here like doop 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 doop.
Yeah, like I don't think anyone has talked to Silkus a single time this session, other than Cedar when I was talking about the robots.
There it is again. Another 17 to hit her 17 AC. 2 hits right there for 12 physical damage total. And there's another one of these things that was hanging out inside of the bunker that steps out to engage. Unfortunately, speed of 30 feet, that's all it can get before we action dash over to here. That's our turn. And we cycle it back to the top of the initiative where, yeah, I guess Micah is still as in tune with the combat as he was last round.
Yeah, everybody has kind of left and seems to be searching down south. And so some went in this building. I saw people down through this alley here. So I will just start, oops, doing that wrong. Start coming over here. I've got 60 feet of movement. So I get down here and I'll see what I see. So I can see Skull Crusher. And I guess I can see the very tip of the Tritomaton. So I will bonus action another 60 feet.
I love that I've got everyone screwing that name up.
I don't see nothing.
Oh, my mouse does not like me.
Hey, there's a person I know.
So I can get here with an action dash, but I can't do anything.
Right.
Oh man.
All right. Well, let's see what Cedar's got going on.
All right, I have a sense that Kimberly is in trouble. That Celeste.
Kimberly.
Nope. Yes. Nope. Celeste. Celeste is in trouble, and I need to go find her. So I'm gonna keep going forward.
You get the sense? I'm pretty sure I'm yelling at you in your head.
Yeah, it's loud. Can I get a hint, like an idea of which way she is?
I literally left a path of open doors and windows.
The problem is many of them are now open over in this area, so it's kind of like, the only one that's not open is the one directly in front of you, so she obviously didn't go that way. She either went through this door or this window. And then on the other side, she went through this window or this door. Of course, maybe she took off on the flying carpet and flew over the glass wall right here, too.
The other question is, does Cedar say anything to those around him?
Yeah, I'll shout out. I gotta go find Celeste. She's in danger.
I'll just look at Vale and just be like, just look confused.
Open hallway,
All right,
closed door
there's
there.
my movement of 30, so I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action dash.
Bonus or action dash?
Action dash.
All right. And there's just open doors everywhere around
And
here.
I'm gonna whisper, after you went into the tunnel past the tree, did you go north or south?
Going west. Whatever way you can go west, I don't remember.
Keep going west?
Just go west. Any way you can get west.
Oh, you smell Skull Crusher's cologne inside of the room.
That's my must.
Yeah, he wears musk, Old Spice.
No. He wears Sex Panther.
Alright, I see Skull Crusher, but I don't see her yet, and that's my movement.
Yeah, you can see just all these bodies and stuff to the south. You probably see Micah down there.
Oh, I do see Mike. Oh, I see her way down there.
Like I
All right, we're starting to reunite. Celeste, your turn.
Cedar, get your butt over here. Out loud, by the way.
I keep telling you, don't go so fast. I'm slow as F.
Yeah, well,
What's
next
F?
time, just get on the carpet with me. I'm gonna go after number 10.
All right. Two for two. 23, 30, 41. Okay. 3 for 3, and that is enough to destroy that one.
Beautiful. Oh, regen.
Looks like there's some spare pieces of pillar and wall down here where Celeste is fighting. Whoever constructed the wall around this bunker did a pretty good job, and apparently still has some pieces left over. They don't look like they're in the best of condition, though.
I don't know what the right move here is, because if that stupid thing from the sky hits me again, that's bad.
Ouch.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to use my action surge,
Oh.
and I'm gonna take a hit 1 on 8 and 1 on 11.
Okay. And then mobility the F out of there.
100%, that's what I'm doing.
All
I
right.
cannot take another one of those.
That's a miss on one of them, unfortunately, but the 18 will definitely hit. Ouch, that's most of that thing's hit points, too. I think you need to hit it for mobility, though. I think you just have to attack it.
Yeah, I don't have to hit. Just trying to decide if I want to.
Right.
Because this is the... Yeah, I'll use an inspiration. I might as well.
Okay.
Use them or lose them, right?
We'll take it.
Cool. Yep, that's just not... Okay. Whatever.
So... Oh, dang, that's right. I assumed the inspo was going to hit, but a 14, yeah, that's not doing us any good. 15 is the target.
Well, yeah, I'll just use a force point then.
All right. Back to that, then. Later. Yeah, this area's definitely got a very fortified sense about it. Very claustrophobic in here. 25-foot ceiling. Everything very, very sturdily constructed. And
Cool.
these
Don't love
solid
being
metal...
bad thing, but it's better than being out in the open.
Sure. The stay away graffiti out here on the floor is likewise repeated on the solid metal door right here, that if you had to guess, this is the bunker that people are talking about on the other side of this door. And
Yeah.
Does it say don't open dead inside?
It says don't dead open inside.
Thank you for fixing that.
Would I be able to open that door with my free action?
If you're close enough to get to it, you can... I mean, it looks very sturdy. You're not even sure how it would open. There's no handle or lock on it at all. It's just like a solid metal plate. But it's obviously a door that's meant to separate by the jagged seam that's running down the center line. And yeah, that's putting your hand on it, trying to like separate it with your raw strength. You're like, yeah, this thing is very sealed and probably not going to open very easily.
Cool. Yeah, I don't have strength anyway. All right, that's my turn.
All right. So the spirit will teleport into the bunker here with Celeste and open... Just kidding. Skullcrusher's like, what the F, man? I had that thing in my sights. I was gonna take it and make it my new hoverboard.
It took me so long to get there, but I'll check out the helicopter.
Yeah, I mean, Skullcrusher just stepped right up on us, so I feel like we gotta do him the honors of at least shooting him once. Bwop. Look at that, we missed him by 1. Try another shot. There we go. That's a hit. 17 necrotic, 19 toxic radioactive damage right there. Looks like 36 total between the
Hold on,
two.
I think I'm resistant to necrotic. 1 second.
Yeah, if that's the case, you would have that, of course. And then we're going to float on down to the south here. Try and reinforce our Tritomaton friends. There's only 2 of them left at this point. We're a little too late. And then we'll check what Zara's got going on way up here in the north side building.
All right, so based on the conversation that she had with Vale, she's going to go ahead and quickly move to touch all the Ys on the computer terminals
Click, click,
to
click,
restart the system.
All right. All of
And
the
then-
screens begin flashing and going through their operating procedures.
And then, is there anything else that she can see that she needs to do in here? Anything to take?
Not that you can see. Doesn't look like there is anything to take. After a few moments of loading, each of the screens reads, "Proceed to the puzzle chamber."
Okay, cool. All right, so she's gonna go out, and she's just gonna kind of keep moving around here, see what she can see.
Sure.
Let me cut in. So 8 and 19, right? Since I'm resistant, so 26 damage? 27? 26? 27.
27, yeah.
Oh, these are still 5 blocks. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't have many of those maps where it's at that half scale. I think we've gotten through most, if not all of those. We might have some more of those really condensed city street ones, depending on where our path leads us, but that could just as easily be Monday, because they're in the same region.
All right, so she's gonna use her her movement and then her dash, and she doesn't see anybody.
Yeah, everybody
So-
just disappeared.
She doesn't know where they went. So I guess she's just gonna kind of follow the bodies down here.
Very fair. Hey, you can see Cedar Zora down there.
Oh, okay. So she's gonna go this direction. Let's see. 20. And I think that's it for her movement at this point.
All right. Richter, over to your turn.
Forgot I made it my mic for a moment. I'll just kind of look at Vale and just be like, so I guess we should follow Cedar, I presume. As I kind of just shrug and just go off through the same direction this way. Or at least what I thought was the same direction. Clearly not.
Yeah, you pass by a room filled with a bunch of canned goods right there. A lot of raviolis and Chef Boyardee and Dinty Moore.
Hold on, let me retrace so that I know where I'm at on movement. Okay, so the 30 gets me to there, and then I will action dash
Okay.
to there. Well, I can see bodies from here.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and use my bonus action. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
Nope.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to Misty Step to right there.
Okay. Ah, now you found everything.
I don't have any action economy left to do anything,
That's
so that
right.
will be my turn.
Over to Vale.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Let's see.
That's not for me though, right?
It's not.
Or me.
It's always for you.
The fact that he had asked that question.
I didn't know if they were skipping ahead again.
The real joke is that Brad was in on it too, and he was hitting the sound effects. He's like, God, I hope it's not me I'm trying to alert.
Okay, well, with Cedar saying, oh my god, she's in trouble, I'm like, what? So I'm going to follow him. And now I don't even see him. Well, where'd he go?
He was somewhere. Just don't know where.
Okay, I can kind of just barely see Cedar, so I'm like, oh, I think he's over there. How did he get up there so fast?
Yeah. There's his aura glowing like a friggin' light out here.
I don't know if we can actually see that in game or not, but I can just see the edge of his token, so I kind of like, huh? He's out there. So that's a move and a action dash, so I'm done.
All right. Over to Brad's turn.
All right. I'm going to check this helicopter out.
Oh, all right. Thing shoots you twice and flies away. I'm going to go check out this thing instead.
Does it really surprise anybody?
Yes. All right. It is a good 20 feet elevation up there, so unless you've got a hell of a jump or ability to fly, you'll want to come over and take the stairs that have been placed for such purpose. 55 feet of movement, shouldn't be any problem there. The doors are locked up. The windows are just all kinds of dirty, grimy. It's easily been a year, you got to imagine, since anybody's paid this thing any kind of attention.
And this is where Arm Ripper gets his self blown up.
No, that was the windshield, not the door. Is that enough to bust through the windshield so I can check it out and see if there's any weapons inside?
Oh, geez. Yeah, you can totally break right through that. No problem. There's nothing weapon-wise inside. There are a few pictures on the dash of some random humans that somebody who used to fly this thing probably knew or was related to.
No weapons set up and ready? What the hell? What about food? Or potions, healing, anything?
There is a central compartment in the cockpit that does have a variety of snacks that are all of the small bagged potato chip variety.
Totally worth it.
There's approximately 30 gold worth of chips.
He's gonna eat them.
Oh yeah, they're so stale, absolutely. But they're practically a delicacy in this setting. What we really need to find are the Twinkies.
So what he didn't know is that when he broke out the windows, he totally destroyed our time machine / plane that gets us back to our timeline.
No one asked you to talk, Terry.
My gosh.
So, yeah, I crawl around, I check, and the only thing in there of note is the chips.
Yeah, some maps as well. Of
Oh, I see more paper. I'll collect those and give them back to the dude that was dealing with paper earlier. That's a good call. I don't like kick anything and it like starts up, right?
That is correct.
Okay, then I'll crawl my big ass out and I will do whatever movement I have left, I guess. Because that probably was all my action. Yep.
Yeah. Movement-wise, you probably got another... Yeah, that's fine right there. That's going to bring it to the wormling.
My turn. Hey, guys, I found chips.
You said it was a chip, so where is the dip? Or am I looking at it? Remove the chain, because that's off it.
We're both salty and delicious. All right, that's my turn.
He'll just move right up to there, and that will be his turn.
Okay. Tritomaton will take their turn. Well, we got a target right here in front of us. Let's go attack this guy. Bop, bop. No flank, yes flank. Oh, well. We hit with the no flank. We missed with the yes flank. 24 to hit for 12 physical there. And then it's Micah's turn, who hopefully can destroy both of these things, or whatever. There's also a spirit floating here 40 feet high.
Alright, so I took 6 points of damage from resistance, and I regened it, and I'm not even going to touch my bar. So we'll start with 11.
Later.
That one's on 8.
Goodbye. No more tritomatons.
Alright, and the way you do distance, I will fly 40 feet up and get into melee with this thing.
Very good. Wow, how did we both put one down? That's funny. We must have synchronized. They both popped up
We
at the
must
same
have.
time. That's funny. I think we
Didn't
should
know
keep
you
it.
were going to do it.
We should keep it. That's funny. I've never seen that before. All right. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Cedar, your turn. Looks like there's only one thing left on the field, and it's floating 40 feet high.
Well, I will fly up towards it. I can't make it that far.
Dang it.
I can make it right there, and I'll get up to it right about its height, and then I will use the energy shotgun twice.
All right. Oh. Target AC 17 for these, so that's a hit and a miss as it shows.
I will use a force point.
Okay. 2 die 8. You need a 2 or better. Just don't roll snake eyes. And that's going to really put a dent in this thing, assuming you don't. Very good. Unlike its predecessor, the Whirlybird, the spirit does not suffer a potential loss of its aerial capabilities every time it is struck. This thing perfectly maintains its altitude and is still just running all kinds of whisper quiet. Even when it discharges its weapon, it's very, very silent. Maybe Celeste is in position to be able to take this thing out before it gets a turn. Maybe not. What you gonna do?
Alright. Currently can't see it. Okay, yeah, so I can't get up to it.
Doe.
I'll inspo the first one.
Okay, 2 for 2. This thing does not resist non-magical, so that is a good portion of what it has left. Backing away into there, gonna check that next door. That next door is also locked.
All locked.
That door is also locked.
I'm stuck. It won't let me move my token anymore.
Oh, that's because the Orange Titan is starting to reform into the Ultra Orange Titan. Let's harken back to the original Tuesday campaign, huh? How about now? Can you move it now? You're on top of it, so you should be good.
Oh my gosh. Stupid room.
Wow,
Alright,
every door is locked.
that's my turn.
All right. The Spirit will take probably its final turn. I think first we're going to reverse using Flyby Attack, which does not provoke AOOs. And we're going to blast twice at this guy that just hit us so nasty with that energy shotgun. 2 shots at Cedar. And we missed on both of them. How about that? Over to Zara, who's now getting closer to all of this. You might be in a position to get a shot on this before too long.
Yeah, she can't quite see it, and she really wants to open some of these locked doors. Like, she's really just like jonesing to open the doors, but she's gonna go down here and check out what's going on. Oh, so I don't know if she can. She doesn't see anything else. She just sees that. Yeah. Okay.
Yep,
Cool.
it's the last
right.
battle bot on the board.
All right. So she's gonna go after it.
Okay. Good
With,
firebolt.
of course, her firebolt. Yeah.
I was gonna say if you do at least 18 points of damage, and look at that.
Perfect.
Crash. That will close out the
Oh,
next
good.
initiative.
Because she wants to explore these doors.
Yeah, we are back in free move mode here, and go right ahead wherever we want to check out.
Man, checking doesn't do me any good. Keep checking for everywhere, and still haven't found any weapons. Nothing in there, Silkus.
Celeste, do you have any healing potions?
Yeah. Ow.
And you have your regen, so if we're at a battle, you're good to go.
Yeah, just give me a couple minutes, I'll be good.
I highly suggest you
Lay
stop running
back.
off on your own.
You know, everyone else does it.
What
You don't
what
like
did
it?
Zara find here in this room? What is this? I can't really tell. Is that like a table, a chest?
It is a small cabinet that has a chain and padlock around it.
Oh.
Does it say pizza on it?
It
Hey guys, I
should.
found another flying thing.
Yeah, let's bring the pizza delivery guy back.
Brad's still grieving. So I got a 27
I found a
on.
flying thing over here.
That's gonna. Oh, geez. All right.
Damn it, Brad.
Did he go off the map? What happened? What the fuck? So you just like climbed over the walls and climbed up the mountain?
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, is
get
that what
back
that
here.
was? I thought it was a
Get
garden.
back here.
Get mad at
Sorry.
me.
Get back here.
I was paying
You're
attention
not a
to
rogue.
Zara.
2 sessions in a row. No one can get mad at me. I didn't do that.
I didn't see a wall.
I mean, the walls are surrounding the entire complex.
No, it didn't populate. I see it now.
Zara, where's Zara?
I found a cabinet that I'm trying to unlock. Will a 27 unlock it?
All right. Let's head back over there. It does indeed unlock it, and it is filled with all manner of spare parts for these battle bots as well as computer chips.
Okay, well, she's just going to take those because it seems like those might be handy. Like computer chips might be handy for something. So,
Very possible.
Any chance I would recognize, like, at least the machinery of this helicopter from, when I was back with the, Season 3 characters?
It's very antiquated as most everything else in this setting, but you can kind of recognize what this thing is supposed to be.
Okay, gotcha. Like a very outdated version of what we had.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know that anything that we ever saw was using propeller-based movement. That was pretty much Wookiees doing that stuff, and we never encountered any of those. But you can tell based on its design and shape that, yeah, this thing's a very antiquated flying machine.
so Zara's in another room with looks like some more cabinets. Is that correct?
That is correct. This area has been completely cleaned out. Whatever was in these cabinets are no longer present.
Okay.
Do I find anything in this small little building on the east side on like the bridge?
What the? Oh, you're way over here. Okay, yeah, you went into the.
It had a closed door.
You went into the guard shack area. Yeah, the computers in here are flashing. And need to be reset, but based off of what you can make heads or tails of in here, the sole purpose of this room, once reset, would be just to lower and raise the control arm to access the facility for any vehicles that wanted to come in here.
So me
Celeste got
randomly
stuck
mashing
there.
buttons doesn't really do anything. Okay.
Well, you can roll an intelligence or investigation check if you want to. Lord knows you're probably
I was
getting a
just
natural
gonna
20.
the computer, but okay.
Daniel, can you unstick Celeste again? I got stuck under a dead zombie.
And me too.
Sounds like a genetic issue.
Yeah. I'm just floating around. I don't know how somebody like why am I stuck?
All right, I'm gonna move the bodies over here to this this lot, so nobody go tromping through there unless you want to get buried.
Am I seeing anything on these doors or anything?
1 a second. Where in the world are you?
Who are you looking for?
Oh, you.
Oh, I was down. You said something.
Yeah, I assumed you were looking at different doors. These are all just
No.
very sturdy metal doors.
Okay.
They're all obviously locked, this one being the sturdiest of them all, and it likewise has the stay away graffiti etched onto or spray painted onto its surface.
Celeste,
Oh,
are you
on
able
the
to pick locks?
entrance one. Okay, got you. Yeah.
I'm going to move all the corpses out of here now. Just so you
Well,
guys
Zara
can...
tried to unlock this one.
I was trying to eat the remains of these bodies over here, if you're wondering why the bites are on the screen.
That's how you get diseases.
Well, he's eating metal parts, so.
Damn thing shot me.
Dude, it's a robot. It's not gonna fucking come back to kill you.
What they said about the dragon earlier.
Okay, it is unlocked. Go ahead and bust it open. Hey, look at that! We've got something with
Yay!
a readied action.
Holy.
We've
Awesome.
got a murder bot that as soon as the doors are unlocked, it instantly ignites and it's going to attack 3 times on Zara here.
I'd rather have the
Lucky.
booty bot.
Vum, vum, vum. Jeez. Looks like 3 for 3 right there.
And I presume this thing isn't an undead.
Oh, definitely not. It is an IG
Okay.
unit of sorts. Definitely looks like whoever created these bots right here, although we know Galric created the other ones outside, and maybe this one likewise has the hallmark of his work on it, but if so, he has somehow also come into some Star Wars tech during his time away from your group. And I am thinking, let's roll another batch of initiative.
So Celeste and Cedar are way on the other side of the building we were wandering. You want us in the initiative?
Yes,
You heard
indeed.
Zara scream.
Just so on your turn, you can continue your movement. And yeah, if Zara is screaming in response to that, then you can likewise
That's a scream.
likely hear that.
I just want to point out that many people can be named Galric, okay?
That's right. There's only one garlic.
Was it spelt garlic?
Well, this was specifically Galric. If it was spelled garlic, then I think we would know for sure that we were on to the right guy.
So
Unless
this
it's a
murder
gal
bot.
named Rick.
Oh. Did this? I assume this murder bot had advantage on this.
We did not have advantage, so we didn't get that natural 20.
Oh, okay.
We just hit.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
okay.
It
We'll see
surprised you, but it didn't have advantage.
Well, see, if the robot was named Rick, then I would be looking around for Morty to kidnap him and use this leverage.
Hey,
All
Terry,
right.
but did you die?
So where? Yeah, we got
Not
Cedar and Celeste over here. What? You guys went back to back as well, so you guys can move together.
All right, I'm gonna whip out my lightsaber, and I'm gonna cut a hole in the door in front of me.
Okay. That will sufficiently access this chamber right here. All of the terminals are reading completely vacant. There are likewise some screens mounted against the eastern wall that are likewise all currently dormant.
Celeste, I think we just keep going through the locked doors.
Can you cut the next one?
Uh,
Or do you need to wait 6 seconds to do it again?
I can hand you my lightsaber, and you can cut the next one.
How many attacks do you have?
Oh, I have 2. Could I cut the next one?
You can.
I'm pretty sure you keep going.
All right, I'd like to cut the next one.
All right. This is going to full circle us back into the control room once you open this door up.
Oh, we've been here before. Let's head back. Follow me.
South.
That
There's
was my
another-
movement. I can't move any farther anyway.
Did Zara see the attacks coming at her? Absolutely. You can uncanny dodge.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
That's 30.
Although technically, no, you could not uncanny dodge because it was a surprise round, and during a surprise round, you have no reactions. Does your
That's
character
what I
have?
was wondering.
Do you have the alert feat?
I don't think I do.
Or if you're immune to surprise, one of those would counter that and still give you your reaction.
No, I don't think so.
Damn. All right. Well, what's Celeste gonna do?
I will respond to Cedar in my head saying that that's the one I'm pretty sure we already got. So don't worry about it. But there's another door down here. Do we need to go through that one? I don't even remember where we came from to know where the other people are. I just followed him, and I'm pretty sure we just did a giant circle.
I'm with you. I don't know where anyone is.
I whisper, keep following me. I'll get us back.
I'm faster than you though, so I'm not.
Pick me up and take me with you.
Hey, Val, I have some of those papers to give you.
Yeah, I mean, can I just like scoop him up onto the carpet and keep going?
You can.
Okay, so I have 70 feet with that, so I don't. Which way am I going?
You're going straight. Keep going west.
This is literally the point that everybody was at where Kimberly's response every time would say, I left a clear-cut open trail of windows and doors.
Hey, I only opened one at each point. They all opened another one. This is not my fault.
I open
The same
every one I
exact
pass by.
square that people were standing in before.
66, 70. So that would be just regular movements. So then if I action dash.
Yeah, you're pretty sure out that door to the west and to the south will get you back to the bunker. Where everybody, yep, yeah, there's Skullcrusher standing outside and Micah.
Alright, right there is 70 again, so.
All right.
And then Cedar, you should be right next to me on the carpet.
And I shout out to everybody, we just circled the building. There's nothing here.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Somebody's coming in really muffled.
That's because I was screaming and my mic didn't like it.
Oh.
It was basically like, we just circled the building, there's nothing here. And we're like screaming, oh my god. Murderbot.
Oh man, Murderbot is taking 8 attacks this round. And I think we're going to start with a bonus action precision. We're going to analyze our target here and decrease your AC by 1 die 6. How frickin' nasty is that? Say goodbye to 5 points of armor class as this thing has now analyzed your defense and we have found a weakness.
Damn, I didn't even know that was a thing.
That is about as rare of an ability as you will find. And once again, I mean, who cares that her AC got reduced by 5? All 4 of those attacks would hit anyway for 39, 40. I mean, now she can certainly uncanny dodge probably the first one. So 29, 39, 42, 52, 58 points of radiant damage after the uncanny dodge.
It's funny because, Skullcrusher comes up to me and he's like, I got some papers for you. It's like, do you see what's happening? Fuck the papers.
Oh boy, that's only 4 of our 8 attacks as well.
Did he say, but, have you seen my stapler?
I was just, shit.
But they switched to the Boston stapler, but I kept my Swingline stapler because it didn't jam up as much. And, yeah, we're going to look over in... No, I think we're going to go 4 more attacks with the lightsaber here. 29 more points of damage right there off of 2. This could get bad real quick because it's going to take 2 more attacks on a downed character.
Wow. Oof.
Which is death.
Goodness gracious.
Hi, Felicia.
That just depleted her death saving throws. Now we need a revivify. And this door unhinges and opens up. And there's another murder bot inside of there that's looking right over at Silkus, licking its chops. Never seen a robot do that. Thankfully, this thing only gets 5 attacks. And instead of opening up with the lightsaber, since we got a little bit of range here, we're in fact going to break out the heavy blaster rifle with the grenade attachment. We're not going to shoot some grenades at this close, though. We're just going to open up 5 shots with this weapon.
Just had to mess with the door, Terry. Look where it got you.
That's a miss to start off, and then bam, 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 bam. I'd say we'd have had probably 5 minutes between the last combat for that purpose. What is that, though?
Yeah.
23, 36, 47, 69. Nice. 70, 89, 92 points of damage there. Just pretty much tearing right through Silkus's invulnerability shield. Almost all of it. Unless he's got some radiant resistance we don't know about. And I guess we'll just stay here in the little compartment where we've been activated. Or do we? No, we got 50 feet of speed. Fuck this. Yeah, we're going to step out here. At least give ourselves a little breathing room. And
Get
look
your
who's
ass
next.
back in there so I can nuke you with freaking breath prey.
Look who's next. It's the wormling.
Well, screw this. Okay. Yeah, we're still gonna use the breath on him.
Okay.
I mean, it will only hit him, so that's the good part about that.
All right. Looks like we'll make the save, take 12 damage there. No incapacitation.
And then that will be his turn.
Okay, Vale, your turn.
Save me a piece, Vale.
I cry out as Zara goes down to that flurry of attacks. I'm gonna run over there, grab her body, and pull her out of there.
All right. You are getting within a melee of the murder bot right here. Do you have a way to avoid my AOO?
Take your shot.
I think I will not. But I wanted to know if you had the means to avoid it.
I did not. I just ran in there, just kind of reached as far as I could. I mean, she's kind of small. She's a fairy. So I was like,
Yeah.
there.
This thing
Drag
eyes
her out
you.
of there.
It eyes you cautiously with its lightsaber humming in its grip right there, but it does not retaliate as you step out of its threatened zone.
Is that an action to grab her?
It would not be for a fairy. I would say that could be a free object interaction.
Okay, then I will spend my action and bonus action to hit her with a Phoenix down.
Oh. And just like that, she has a hit point.
Thank you. Whew. She wakes up and she's traumatized by all that, but grateful to Vale.
Yeah, just remember old school D&D where if something like that happened, your character was out for the rest of the session. We had to go back to town, do a raise dead. It took a week. It was a big thing. Now in 5e, it's like 6
Jeez.
seconds.
I would like her to be on the other side of me, though. I'm like shielding her.
Very good. Skull Crusher is next.
Why is there a red enemy bar above me?
That is
Because
Celeste's
it's-
temporary hit point shield.
Okay, I won't.
I am
attack
eventually going to change those to blue and start using red for your guys' armor classes because I did realize that could be confusing, but I haven't yet made that full transition for all our tables yet.
Gotcha.
Going down here to get flank and go to town.
Okay.
Didn't mean the third one. Sorry. Didn't mean
okay.
the third one.
Gotcha. Well, that first one is certainly going to hit. We'll take 12. Bite is likewise going to hit. We'll take another 10. Okay. Or wait, you didn't rage. We're not taking that.
Oh shit. Wait. Yeah, rage. Yes, rage.
Oh man, he's just burning through them.
I have one rage left.
Little
and
one-round
I guess-
rages here and there because the combats are so short. All right, so we
No,
do
unfortunately,
take
it's my last rage. But yes, I'm raging. Would I need to burn an inspo to get the 16 instead of the 14 to hit?
all that. You don't need to burn the inspo because you already have the flank, but 16 is going to miss.
Ah, shit.
AC is 18 for these guys. So you could spend a force point, try and make out the difference.
Be happy to.
All right, looking for 2 die 8, and you need a 2 or better. Okay, an 8 will certainly edge that out. We'll take another 14. Ow.
I'd love to do some more, but that's all I got.
All right, over to Silkus, your turn. What time of day? Let's check our rest tracker. That's usually how I determine those things. Looks like we took a short rest in session 18.
The hero point is the force point, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was accurately tracking.
I would say it's probably around noon, maybe just 1 p.m. or so at the latest, right about now. And yeah, Richter, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
So it appears in my left hand.
Psychic damage.
And I will go ahead and start slicing into this guy.
Okay.
So main attack is the Cloud Hopper dagger.
That is good.
And then where's the shadow?
That's a nice dagger.
Okay. Then Shadow Blade
Psychic
for
is gonna
bonus
do
action.
it.
Or wait, no, sorry. Ignore the Shadow Blade this turn. That wouldn't go off because I already used my bonus action
Okay.
to cast it. So just the first attack.
Got it.
My bad. And that will be my turn.
All right. We'll go over to Micah, who for some reason didn't get a 27.2 initiative. I feel like that's what he always gets.
I have advantage. I rolled a 2 and a 5.
Yikes.
Alright, so I'm going to move up here next to Zara. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to throw my Echo over in front of that guy.
Okay.
I can't see him behind the door.
Yeah, you have to do
And
like
then-
that thing where you fully transfer your conscience to see through them. Is that correct?
That's correct. I'm just standing there in the way.
Gotcha.
And then I am going to give one of my pre-purchase long rests to Zara.
Holy moly. That is going to take your action.
Alright.
Actually, I
Wow.
think it takes an action and a bonus action. Let me double check the Beskar bucks. It may be like a Phoenix down in that respect, so you might not be able to do the Echo. But let's check.
Yeah, if not, then not.
Yeah. Let's double check. Beskar bucks.
Now I feel bad for using that.
Instant long rest. We changed the prices on all these pretty recently. Where are you? Level, magic item.
Don't feel bad. That's why we have these things.
Exactly. Long rest redemption. Full round with your character to gain the benefits of a long rest, or gift this to your favorite character for the same effect.
All right, so I deleted the echo.
Where in the world do you pick that up?
Beskar Redemption.
Yeah, I purchased it when we were at home base a while back.
I'm going to say that if you're gifting it to somebody, it is no action whatsoever. If you use it for yourself, you have to kind of like pop a squat there for like 6 seconds and just chill out, get a couple deep breaths in, and then you get your long rest. But if you're gifting it to another player, you still have your full movement, action, and bonus action.
All right, then, bonus action, the echo is still there. And then I will move to where I can see and take 2 swings.
All right. Oh, ouch. 68. Yeah, that's like adamantium right there. Just cuts that thing right down to size in 2 shots. It looks like it has a deflector shield built into one of its arms that it tries to get up in a panicked bit of defense right there, but it is completely caught off guard.
All right, that's my turn.
You're going to ace that interview tomorrow, buddy. Zara, your turn.
All right. Thank you to Micah for that long rest, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, click that. Get everything back.
Yeah. So, and then, so that changes what she was going to do. She was going to do something, but then she's just going to go after this murder bot over here. The one that she can see. Right down here. Just going to go after this
Sure.
one. And she's going to firebolt it because that seemed to be working pretty well, so.
I was just like, what were your plans otherwise? Your character was dead. You were going to go visit some departed relatives in the afterlife?
Well,
what were the plans originally?
so I had one, so I was going to use invisibility and give a couple people invisibility,
Sure.
so this guy at least didn't go after them.
But I hear you. Okay, let's tear through another round of initiative. We've only got one foe left here. I don't think it's even going to take the entire round to get there. So Cedar, you can hopefully at least get into the action here. Probably don't see it with the dynamic lighting, but you can hear the combat just inside.
There you go. I go there. That's my movement. What do I see?
It is a wildly rotating bipedal droid unit here that is armed with a heavy blaster rifle in one hand and a lightsaber in the other.
Oh, I want to need a lightsaber. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with my sword.
Alrighty. Oh, finally, we have the opportunity to use our reaction. The force field, as per the shield spell, will increase our AC to 23. So that's going to cause both of those to need some boosting if you want them to hit.
Wouldn't the first one hit with flank with me?
Oh, Silkus is over there. I missed that completely. And I guess both of those would hit, actually. So, yeah, my AC of 23 is not going to do me any good. Damn it! I got excited. I saw him step out of the loose flank here, and I was like, at last I can use my defense. Aw. Well, that's going to change that from defended to deactivated. And the conclusion of another initiative here.
I want to pick up its lightsaber.
Easy
Yeah, I'm
peasy.
stepping away for this.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up the one from the other one.
Very good. If you have proficiency in them, obviously you get your prof bonus. If not, you don't. They are finesse weapons, can use strength or dexterity, and they deal 2d8 radiant damage by default, unless you picked up that Jedi starter pack last month, in which case I think one of the upgrades is they do 3d8 damage on a base swing instead of 2d8. If not, that's a TBD upgrade.
Sorry,
don't
I just missed
see
out.
any runes or determinations on any of these doors with the true sight, do I?
Correct. Yeah, nothing hidden with true sight in this area, but the murder bots do bear the evidence that they were also created by Galaric Gearworks.
I had to step away from the keyboard a second. What I missed? We're out of combat now?
Correct, yeah. We're out of combat, and people already went and scooped up the lightsabers.
Fuck.
Well, Micah can't use it.
He's been looking
was
for
just
weapons
picking-
for 9 months now, and finally a lightsaber falls in front of him, and he's not there to get it.
Micah will hand the one he picked up over because he can't use it and doesn't need it.
And they also have those heavy blaster rifles with grenade launchers attached.
Okay.
Yeah,
can
so
I borrow
Zara
one?
Zara looks at everybody else and she's like, do you want me to open any other doors or just let's go find something else?
Yeah, but before you open it, maybe listen on for a second, see if you hear anything, and then maybe test it for traps.
Actually, I'm gonna
I've got a
cast
new
a
distance
spell.
weapon. Let's do it.
I'm gonna cast a spell. I'm gonna cast. Where is it? Hold on. I'm looking for it.
Vale walks up to Zara and just like puts his hand on her shoulder. We can take more time if you need. That was an ordeal you just went through.
Yeah, it was it's very traumatic for me. But I feel like we need to continue on with the mission if we can.
This is the general area that the original screens was kind of pointing us towards, right? For the third terminal?
Correct, yeah, somewhere inside of this building. And obviously it can't be, you're guessing it can't be behind this door because apparently the terminal will activate another room entirely so that you can open this door. So it's got to be one of these two.
I cast my ghostly gaze.
Oh, I forgot you had that.
Let's see.
Me too. That would have been helpful earlier, wouldn't it?
What do I need to type in to get a blaster weapon with a grenade launcher on it or a lightsaber?
That is entirely manual entry.
So I get to make shit up.
Well, I have the stats for it, but they do need to be entered onto the sheet. They can't be drag dropped. Okay, let's see here. Well, I guess the first big thing is behind the primary door is this lovely robot waiting to destroy all of you once you open the door.
Awesome.
Open the door.
Doesn't really help us here and now as far as how to get across, and 30 feet on the other side of that door, it's just There's nothing. There are no droids or anything waiting to kill you. It's a narrow passageway ending at another closed door exactly 30 feet away.
Okay, what about behind the top door?
Ditto.
Oh, so are all the doors linked to this general area here?
I don't understand the question.
Oh, so like the top door, it's the same, and the bottom door, is it the same as well?
As far as what's on the other side, yeah, it looks very, very similar. There's a weird area of like bulbs and like weird glass domes on the floor just on the other side of the door in both of these areas, but otherwise they are identical 10-foot wide, 30-foot long passages that end indoors on the other side over here.
Okay, so Zara communicates everything that she's seen with everybody in the group. So, what do you guys want to do?
Should we
Yes.
blast the middle door?
Yeah, because it sounds like the other doors have traps.
Well, there's bulbs over here. I'm not exactly sure what kind of bulbs. Glass
Just
domes,
Anything on the ground.
Wait a second. Do those bulbs look familiar?
like gossamer bulbs.
They do not.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. That's what I thought they may be. Okay.
You said they're on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
mean-
they're part of the ground. They're built
I
into
mean,
it,
if
it looks
you
like.
think that there's a trap, you can open it, and everyone who can fly can just fly over them, and then you get to the next door. The others can stay back here until we figure something else out.
True.
Yeah, I can always just see if we open the doors. I can always just see if there are any traps or anything like that.
So, do you want me to open
Yes.
the
Yeah, I'm
bottom?
gonna try out my new blaster rifle. Everybody,
Your
watch out!
choice. I'll stand behind you so I can see if there's
So should I do the bottom
traps
door?
behind it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, stand next
I'll
to
just
you.
peer over your shoulder so I can see if there's traps beyond the door.
All right.
Somebody cast guidance.
That will crack the
Not that
door
that's needed.
open.
I'll let somebody else open the door.
I'll open
Skull
it.
Crusher, get your ass over here.
I may
I
have
already did. I
exaggerated
just
my
already
weapons
opened it.
damage.
All right.
Cedar, get out of my way.
As
I already
the
opened.
all right, hold
I
on
have
a
vortex
second.
working back to here.
Cedar, I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm the one flying right now.
I mean, I could fly too. I just didn't want to open the door.
All
I
right.
know, but
As soon
you
as the
stepped
door
in.
is opened, there is a noticeable hum of energy filling this section of 8-foot high ceiling, 5-foot wide passageway in its entirety. It is a loud machine hum that all of you kind of pause and look at each other a bit uncertain as to whether you want to step into that zone right there.
With my true sight, am I able to discern like what it is specifically, or is it just? Kind
It's
of like a
not
machine?
anything different than what it appears to be. It's
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I've seen
Alright, I guess
Resident
that's the end
Evil.
of the session.
Watch out!
That is where we're going to close out. We are at 9 p.m. right now, so we will check what's on the other side of this door 2 weeks from now as we quickly are approaching our next community downtime event. Session 22 will be the final session for all tables before we take a month off in July. This was our 20th session, so we got 2 more to go. Here at this table, we have not yet found the Nexus event at this location, but we have discovered some rather important plot points involving one of our missing companions, and apparently some gymnastics that need to occur before we're able to open the central door here. Or maybe there's a way to strong-arm it, as we started discussing, but we will check that again 2 weeks from now. That's a wrap for Cringe Chicago for week 20. We will next see you Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, for the first installment of Cyberpunk Waterdeep for this time around as they approach the Kazumiri City Nexus. Every table has a Nexus incoming, and we shall see just what they all mean in the weeks ahead here at Roleplaying Unlimited. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Wishing you a fond farewell, and as always, reminding you that there is no RU without you. Have a good night, friends.
No, dude.
Hey,
Good night.
just remind me when we meet back up to fix the rifle damage.
Just gather your senses and never let her. Don't go round in endless worries. Your lack of faith makes you go under. Don't go round in endless worries. Just gather your senses and never let her. Wait, stop, rethink what went wrong. Stop.
You were always on the run when I found you. You were mine, but not for long. Did I drown you? You were fine to let me go. Like that, you went out of my life, and I went back to silence. You would have flown into the sun if I let you. Now it's starting to make sense. You were meant to. You were fine to let me go. Like that, you went out of my life, and I went back to silence. We started